What's up, Mavis? How you doing? Give it a minute, 2 minutes. Just give me a second, guys. How was everyone's weekend? It's good to hear. I'm finally not sick anymore, but I still can't smell. I have no smell still. So, what's up, Chris? What's up, Dudley? All right. Anyone have any questions? Finally on time for the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. Anyone have any questions before I get started? If not, I'll just cover whatever I think you guys want to hear. This is like the list that I was looking at for this week. I don't really have too many tickers. Yeah, not having a taste is so weird. It's like everything just tastes like air. And then regarding smell, everything has like I don't really smell anything, but it kind of is like a burnt smell, everything. It all smells the same. I don't know, I keep making bacon to see if I could smell because bacon has such a dominant smell, and I just can't smell bacon. It's so sad. But here's QQ. Oh no, here's Spy. This is what I got. We're kind of forming a wedge, right? We're making higher and higher lows, and we're starting to consolidate and get tighter and tighter price action, right? So when price action gets tight, it sets up for a move, right? Just like this. In this point of time, right? We had. Let me turn the magnet off. Right, we had a dip. Everyone was like, "This is the new COVID drop, whatever." Blah blah blah. Price action got tighter. Right, we made consistent, and we got tighter and tighter. Like the moves up and down started to consolidate a little bit, and then we moved back to the upside. So the same thing is happening here again. Right, it looks very similar. Right, we get a little run, and then we consolidate for a little bit and set up for the next move. So definitely not bearish yet overall. Um, but we need to hold this low, 458.06, this low right here. If we can't hold that, then we might test. Let's see. Where is this level? Yeah, so I think that level would come next, 454, right? So previous resistance acted as a support right here. Broke through here, but it didn't hold. So 454.05 is the next level below 458.06. So just be careful. If this breaks through, puts could be the play towards 454. All right, very simple level here. Pretty easy to see. And this is on the 2 hour, so this is the daily. A little bit easier to spot. Major level of resistance. And then below that, 454 is about 450. 450 we need to hold, right? So 3 candles on the daily touched it, which is perfect with the 0.5. So this 0.5 I measured right from the low to the high. Any questions about this chart? And then the smaller time frame, actually, I was looking at this on Friday, seeing if I could play this, but we have multiple levels of resistance on this line right here. We didn't break it. I thought we were going to break it on this candle right here, but we pulled back and we tested this low right here. And this is on the 15-minute. QQQ, kind of very similar. Here's the daily. Right, so kind of basically the same thing. We're starting to make a wedge. It just fell below this previous level, but it held. It fell below. People got tricked out. Everyone's stop loss got hit, and it pulled back to the upside. So it closed over 383.63. It looks good. I mean, if this can reverse and take out this high of this candle, I mean, that would be great. Which is 389.19. Wave count for ADBE, I'll check that out in a second. What is a good volume indicator on TV? These are the ones I have. Volume with the moving average of 20. And then the VPVR is this right here. This is volume on the y-axis. So instead of volume by on the x-axis, this gives volume basically by price instead of time. What's the indicator you were using with the green below the candles? Oh, this one? This is the RSI MACD. This is the name for it. Whoops. There you go. And these are the inputs I use. If you want a screenshot, go ahead. These are the colors I use. Sure, no problem. I'll do Adobe in a second. Just want to cover the three main tickers. And then here's IWM. I believe this is setting up. I updated my trading view and now it's like super laggy. It shouldn't be like this. Right, it's not very smooth. This is what I'm watching on IWM. All right, it's forming a very nice area of consolidation. As long as this level holds, right, we have multiple touches across the board. I'm looking for a break. Something like, right, it might fall back down, test one more time down here, right? We have one low, another low, and then another test might happen around 210, 211, and then a breakout potentially. That's what I'm watching. Oh, you're talking about this cloud? It's Sea Blast actually made it. BT Cloud. It's like a bunch of EMAs. Oh, yours is laggy also? Maybe something's going on with TradingView. Restart it. Yeah, I'll just restart it after the stream. It's good enough for now. But I like this a lot. I think if it can break this pink line, we might get a push to this level right here, 219.86, and then if it can break 219.86, that lines up perfectly with this white line. So I think we might see a breakout and a push towards this level, and then we have a gap to fill. So that's what I'm watching on WM. But if it falls below 210, we might see a pretty steep sell-off. I just want to cover Apple also. I know I alerted it on Friday. There was huge flow on Apple, but this is what I'm seeing, right? So we have basically a wedge. We just had a 5-wave sequence, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then a 1, 2, 3, and then this is a wave 4, right? We had an A, B, C correction right to this level of support. So it played out perfectly. And I'm thinking now we start to see a breakout and a push over 173. We'll see a move towards this 175 resistance, right? So we rejected here, rejected there again, and then these 3 candles rejected as well. So this level will act as a resistance. So if we can break this level, we should see a push towards 175.85. And then if that level can break, we should see a push towards the highs of 182. So this is why I alerted it. Looks very good. Here's a smaller time frame. Looks very, very good. Tesla, watching this, right? So we rejected this again this week. We had that fake breakout. Then we had the fake move to the downside. But look at the level it bounced off of, 910.72. This is support, and reclaim that wedge. So it's still in this wedge, so this pattern's still valid. This is what I'm watching this week on Tesla. I love playing Tesla. The contracts move great, which is why I love playing it. They are pretty expensive sometimes, but this is probably my most successful ticker. So that's why I love playing it. Amazon, right? Pretty common level of resistance. Rejected it again this week, needs to break over. My entry point is going to be right over that candle of 34.17. So if we can break over that, we should see a push towards this previous level of support. Acted as a resistance. It should break 34.47, and then it should test 34.83, this level that happened on the 16th. Any questions, guys? Here's VIX, VIX, the volatility. This is what I was watching on Friday, right? So we're on the 15-minute chart. We had a perfect bull flag right here, falling wedge. It broke out perfectly. So definitely watch this. I think this could retest that breakout level. And then if it retests and holds, we might see some more upsides. So especially with all the COVID news happening, you know, I'd definitely be concerned, or you could definitely play the options on VIX. They move very nicely. But something to be aware of. Facebook. I'm watching this overall chart. So from the high, right, we rejected this level, and then we rejected this pink line once again perfectly. So now we have this common level of support. We held perfectly at close. So anything over 337.11, I think is going to be my entry point, and I'm going to play for a push up to this previous level of resistance. And this is a pretty good risk to reward, right? So the stop loss is below 330.75, which is this low right here. So if it breaks this, it's probably going to see some more downside and break out of this pattern. But if it breaks over, we should test 343. And if we can break that, we should see a massive move to the upside, 353 at least. So definitely watch Facebook this week. Here's the daily. Right, MACD isn't too good, but I'm still going to watch it for a scalp or a day trade. Kind of like an inverse head and shoulders too, right? I have that drawn out already. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is like the neckline. So definitely just keep an eye on it. This I'm watching for a longer swing. Micron Technology, MU is the ticker. Right, so same as, basically the same thing as VIX. Bull flag here. Right, so we have the flagpole, then we have the flag. But this is making, right, so we had a perfect bounce off this low right here, and we're making lower and lower highs. So consolidating, it's getting tighter and tighter. We should see a move. I'm going to actually set my alert on this trend line, extend it a little bit. And then I'm going to set an alert on this level as well. That way I don't have to watch it too strictly, and I'll be notified once the move happens. I'm going to move it down a little bit. That way I'll be notified before the breakout happens. But this looks pretty good. Look at that volume profile as well. So if it can start to break this region, it should test up here. Looks pretty good. I think Netflix looks pretty good this week as well. All right, so this level of resistance, I'm pretty sure C-Blast is looking at this too. I think it was on his watch list. Oh no, he was looking at NVAX. But definitely watching this week. Here's the bigger time frame. Right, so multiple areas of support across this trend line, touched multiple times, held every single time. So watching this, if it breaks below 581.74, I would not look for any upside, right? I would look for downside. What's up, Nick? Hope you're doing well. What's up, crypto? Leaps on DraftKings. I'll take a look at that next, actually, or after these two tickers. I'll take a look at anything you guys want. I just want to cover this list. But if this can break out over this pink trend line, I think we might start to see our next leg up on Netflix. Right, so we were at 700. Now we're at 585. Crazy move to the downside. It's almost 16% from the highs. Yeah, Netflix is basically a COVID stock as well. So if if COVID starts to get worse, which it seems like it, this is definitely something I'd be watching. This could be a huge winner. Huge winner. I wonder what the fib level looks like too. So let's see. So from the low to the high. Let's see. So from the low of this upward trend to the high, we're sitting right below the 0.5. So if this can reclaim and hold here, and make sure if we don't put a new low in, and we break that 594 entry level, this easily can test. My target would be 616, this fib level right here, which lines up perfectly with this level of resistance, and acted as a support right here. So definitely watch this for a break. Like it a lot. Space I actually put on my watch list this week. Just have this trend line that I'm going to be watching. We rejected multiple times, another time, another. So definitely going to be watching this for a break. You can, probably play that level. That's probably their safer entry. What's up, dude? The Saints are about to play the Bucks. Anyone watching that game? Definitely watching space. Elon Musk has been tweeting a lot about space too recently. I mean, I don't know why. I literally have such brain fog. I feel like this isn't even Elon's company. But look at this area of support, right? Multiple touches across the board. So I don't know, guys, but definitely keep an eye on this level. Every single time it's touched this level, it's spiked up. So keep an eye on it. Here's the weekly. So this is something to be aware of. And then last one I have on my watch list for now is Square. So this level of resistance, all right, we rejected it multiple times. And then this trend line, we bounce right off of. So I'm going to look for a breakout of this white trend line. Entry point's 170.75. This low right here. So if we can break that, I think we see a move towards 176 and probably a test of this level right here, 195, which lines up perfectly with these lows. So Square's on the watch list. All right, chart requests or questions, whatever you guys want to ask. So he wanted me to do a count on this. This is definitely a wave 5 sell-off, right? So the most recent, right? So this is a 1, 2. This is definitely a 3, 4, and a 5, right? Because in here, it's a 1. This is a rising bearish wedge. Yeah. And then this is an A, B, C. Holding that low, so that's a positive. Definitely needs to hold this low, 552.14. If it breaks this again, it's not the low, but if it breaks 545.14 again, you might see a sell-off towards 536. But this is not a bad buy zone, right? It's a good risk to reward, because the stop loss would be would be 545, 14. That's the stop loss. And your price target is going to be, your first level is going to be this daily candle here, 591.58. So that's a pretty solid risk to reward, which is what trading is all about, right? It's not the best setup ever, but it gives you a good risk to reward. What do I think about Neo? Delete what I got here. This is like, I hate these popular tickers like Neo, Palantir, PLTR, right? AMC, GameStop. Like I don't know. There's just something about them where they don't move. Right, so here's Neo. Just broke this level of support. So, you know, it's not out of the game yet because look what happened here, right? So this was the previous low. It dipped below and then popped right back up. But it kind of did that again here. We had a dip. It pulled back to the upside, and now we're sitting here again. So, I mean, it's making lower and lower highs and new lows as well. So, you know, just it's just not even worth it playing this. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Yeah, I can't really do anything with this. Okay, Neo. You know, this doesn't have anything really special, so I'm not going to try and, you know, make a setup out of nothing. That's like the worst thing you could do. AMC. Let's take a look at AMC. So I actually haven't really looked at this in a bit, but look what happened. So I had the fib level. This should really be down here, kind of, or at the start of the trend. Whoops. So it fell below. Whoops. I am so off today. COVID really messed with my brain. This previous high bounced right off of it, right? A little above, but you know, you get the gist. 2036 was this previous level that it touched, and it bounced like right off of it. Let's see, 2080. So 40 cents off. And then it reclaimed this previous level, which is the 786. And now it's testing this previous low. So it needs to stay over 2080, 2891. And then if it can break 3071, I think that would be my entry point for a push up to the highs over here. Not the highs. This pink trend line. It needs to break out of this big wedge. That'd be sweet. Let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Yeah, so it's kind of flagging, but it broke to the downside right towards the end of the day. Let's check out Goldman Sachs. For anyone else that had COVID, did you like feel like you have like brain fog after? I feel like I can't think or speak. I can't even speak today. So here's Goldman Sachs. Needs to hold these levels, that's for sure, right? So we have one bounce, two bounce, three, and it looks like we might get a fourth bounce here if this level doesn't hold. 380, 60. If this level fails, it's going to test this pink trend line. But if it can hold here, we might see a push back up to this level of resistance. To Tom Brady just throw an interception. Yeah, my energy has been super low, Donnie. I think everyone's got COVID brain. My energy's been super low. I mean, even in the gym, like before COVID, I was like feeling good. And now I went to the gym today and yesterday. And I don't know, I get so tired. I've been taking all of my vitamins. Every kind of vitamin possible. And I'm young and healthy too. I'm 6'2", 205. I got a muscular build. I'm not, definitely not fat. I'm pretty muscular. But yeah, this looks pretty decent. I like it a lot. If it can hold, I like it for a pushback up to this level of resistance. Pool. William, this is like your favorite ticket ever. It's so funny. It's moving like insane. Me too, Donnie. I've been like half-assing these workouts. I do half the amount of stuff I usually do. I used to work out. I do a leg push pull split, and now I just do like half the amount. I don't even do cardio anymore. More bull. Yeah, maybe we should create a vitamin like the falling wedge. That's what we should call it. That's so funny. This needs to hold the lows, right? So we have two bounces here in the daily, which worked out perfectly. And now we tested it again and kind of bounced a little bit. So I think you did a good sell here, William, right? Because if it breaks down below this level, it's probably going to come back down and test either this pink trend line around like 525 or come back down and test this 500 level. But it's flagging kind of. Right, this is like this is an ABC for sure. Your jiu-jitsu class? Are you in New York, Nick? And if you are, where in New York? I boxed in college, so yeah, I would love to do jiu-jitsu. I boxed in college for 3 years. What other ticker did you want to see? Oh, Walmart was next. Walmart had such a good setup. It broke out and then it fell right back to where it was. I really like the setup. I think I played it at the break here and then I sold for break even. Oh, you're from Brooklyn? That's so funny. Where in Brooklyn? I'm always in like Brooklyn Heights or Brooklyn Heights to Prospect Heights is where I'm always at. But Walmart, right? We had one low, which was a previous level of resistance, and then we bounced off of it again perfectly, and then we had a higher low and then another higher low. So right here would have been a great dip buy. That was like a perfect. This was a perfect 5-wave sequence actually. Right, so wave one, wave two, wave 3, 4, 5. And now it looks like we're getting the, this is definitely a wave 1, 2. This might be a 3, 4, and then a 5. Right, so then that's going to turn into a larger degree A, B, and a potential C down there. You're in Prospect Heights, Nick? No way. Message me the name on Discord or Twitter, or like send me the location and I'll check it out. I'd definitely be down for some jujitsu. Yeah, I live in Manhattan. I live right by Bryant Park. But I do real estate in Brooklyn. That's funny. PayPal. Let's check out. Oh wait, sorry, Nathan. Definitely didn't mean to skip you. Roblox. Okay, yeah. So I really like this setup until it gapped down here. This was like a perfect flag. I thought it was going to break this trend line. We had an A, B, C, D, E. But we gapped down right to this level of support, right? So we bounced perfectly, and now we're retesting this breakout level or this area of support. And we're kind of rejecting it. So I'm going to stay away from this for now. But if you adjust this trend line, right, so from this level, touch this one, and then here, I mean, it still looks valid, but I like this one better, right? Because we had 1 touch, 2, 3, this one held, and then this held until it gapped down overnight. And then if this rejects here, then this pink trend line is definitely valid where it is. But I'm going to stay away because it's not a good risk to reward, right? If you enter, you have a lot of resistance above, and you have also big downside below, right? So this can totally come back down and test 93. So not really gonna look at this week. I'm gonna let this play out. Definitely needs more time. Yeah, William, I don't know too much about pool. I gotta look more into it. I know you you like that ticker, but I think you had a good sell. And what was your average in pool? So we checked out Roblox, PayPal. I don't know what's going on with PayPal. I mean, like, what the heck happened here? Charts all over the place. So with this, right? So another risk to reward play. Yeah, it needs to hold these lows 179.20. So that's a given. And then it has a gap up here. Right? So just to be aware, has a big gap. And let's see. So, you know, there's really no pattern. No pattern here. Oh, you build pools? That makes sense. Definitely makes sense why you like it. um, you know, nothing really special to here on PayPal. There's no falling wedge or bull flag or inverse head and shoulders. There's really no pattern. Nick, my friend actually just started BJJ. He's a police officer in Long Island. He just started that, and he's been telling me to go with him, and I've been debating it, but then I got COVID, so I've just been sitting on the sidelines, just trying to get my energy back. I kind of want to go over the dashboard a little bit now. All right, we have a lot of new features. So first of all, make sure you check out the mobile version. It's very, very clean. Looks way better now. Nathan said PayPal lost the buy now. Pay later. Oh. Yeah, that's big then. They definitely need some positive news to, get back in the game here. I mean, this is like it's a steep sell. They were at 310, now they're at 186. So almost a 50% decline. Right about 40%. Jeez. Actually, I want to check out Zoom. So Zoom is starting to get some life here. Had nice volume. I know Kathy Wood keeps buying this every damn day. For anyone that has ARC. But it's starting to get some life. So this really needs COVID, honestly. It's down from 588 to 200. It's down over 50%, about 60%. Yep, 65% from the highs. Jeez. Definitely a ton of COVID stocks. Yeah, Nick, I'm definitely down to go when I get my energy back. Let's check out the smaller time frame on Zoom. All right, this trading view is super laggy. It's really annoying me, especially because I have like the highest specs a computer can have. So it's definitely not my computer. So first of all, just broke this level of resistance. Like look how this doesn't even load. This is looking good. I think we might be able to play a retest. So if this stays near 198.51, we might be able to play 200 break or 202 now. I'm actually going to set an alert on this level here and watch this for a move. Let's see. So I think this can do pretty well. I'm not going to add it to the watch list yet. I just have my alert set and I'll look at it if it gets triggered. Walmart we looked at. Low we never looked at. So it's starting to form a falling wedge, right? This is definitely an ABC. This low needs to hold 247.45. If it does, it might see a move back to the upside. You got a pool when it sold off 32,000%. Jeez. Wow. That's crazy, dude. I'm actually using the app. I'm not on the website. They have a TradingView app. That's usually giving me no problems. Maybe I'll just restart it. Okay, that's better. For now, at least. Yeah, definitely better. It's not lagging at all. Oh, crypto as for DraftKings. Let me check out DraftKings. I'm sorry about that, crypto. But I don't know what's going on with these gambling stocks, man. Look where it bounced though. So this low right here, which is 27.54, it bounced perfectly off of it, saw a little upside, and now it's right around there again, right? So some stop losses probably got triggered right here. But if this can hold, hopefully this can start to move to the upside, because a lot of my friends hold this stock as well. I mean, you could probably play that trend line. Yeah, it's kind of got a little flag here as well. Right, this is the 10-minute chart. It kind of just broke out on the Friday towards the end of the day. Right, so I like that flag. This is a high tight flag. So if it could break out, it needs to break over 28.88, and then it should test, or it will test, 29.23. That's crazy, William. What a play. If you could find like those cheap stocks that there's a bunch of companies that I'm sure will be huge in the future. It's just, it's so hard to find. But this looks pretty good. This little flag right here. Definitely watch that. Oh, you're in February calls? Definitely like that. Like my stop loss on this, I'd have a tight stop loss. Whoops. Here we go. It would be 28.15. Right, so this is just a classic falling wedge. Stop loss would be the low. Price target is, the first price target is 29.23. Now, I don't really do over the counter stocks. PFE for Jay. What's up, Jay? I don't think we've seen you around. But this looks like a decent flag. It needs to hold this low right here, 58.70. If it can break this pink trend line, this should break out and run. First level is 60.40. Right, this high candle right here, if it breaks that, it should test 61.43, which is the high here. I haven't really looked at Pfizer in a bit. I always pass the Pfizer office in the city, and there's always people protesting. Oh yeah, ACB, William. I haven't looked at this in a bit. Remember when these tickers were hot, like Tilray? I remember playing this run up back in May. That was nuts. And now it's just been sideways since ACB. My take on Nike. So this just broke the falling wedge, actually, or the bull flag. Oops. Right, so it had a perfect flag, but then it broke the downside. So, I would want it to reclaim the wedge. It also has earnings on the 20th, which is tomorrow. It has earnings tomorrow. If this is right. Um, Thoughts on AMAT? Looks like it's using previous resistance as support. Definitely got a little flag going here. Um, Pretty choppy at the bottom here, but this little zone seems to be holding very well, which was a previous level of resistance. All right, very common level here. All right, so it keeps dipping into the zone. This might be better for like a longer term play. I don't think there's any. It's just trading in a zone, right? So when things trade in a zone, you kind of want to stay away from it. You want to play like as soon as it breaks like a big level of resistance or a big level of support. So this can be pretty choppy here. I personally would stay away. Right, it might just do this again. This is the daily here. So look how much it chopped before. It might just do that again for an extended period of time, but it's sitting right over this level of resistance. Right, so it rejected again, and then it's now becoming a support. Moderna. Oh yeah, I was looking at this last week. Bounced perfectly off this trend line. Take a look at that. Right, I had a double bounce right here, and then bounced perfectly. Now moving to the upside. And it kind of did break this trend line I had here. All right, broke out, pulled back to that breakout level, and then it started to run, and then it rejected this level of resistance once, twice, and then it broke through. I actually like this if it holds this level, this red line here, 286.63. If that holds, we might see a gap fill to, to 304. 300 is going to be a big level too. No problem, Mavis. Oh, the Pfizer cannabis deal. Nike Weekly looks like a double top. Yeah, basically. I mean, it broke out a little over it, so. But I get what you're saying here. That's pretty decent actually on Nike. Right, so you could definitely play this trend line here, which kind of lines up with that candle, like 156. But back to my point of the dashboard, we added contracts below $200, which is pretty sweet. We added contracts, a filter for contracts where 500 of them were bought, and then premium 250K, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys. So what I'm going to start looking for is out of the money calls, bullish only. I look for weeklies, right? All I do is basically play weeklies. So I'm going to put this on that date, the 31st. That way, just weekly contracts pop up now. I love playing the small contracts. This is also good for the small accounts. So if you have a small account, put this on so you don't even see anything bigger, so you don't get tempted. Um, and then there you go. And then I usually search for like greater than 50K, but I'll wait. Really, really cool feature. So the only weekly sweep was Apple, over 250,000. Pretty interesting. And I'm in Apple. I'm most certainly in Apple. So let's take a look at the snapshot. So this is Friday's data. Apple had the most bullish flow. This was the biggest order. SPY was net NVAX. I know CBLES is looking at this next. Yeah, Charlie Woods is killing it, man. He's really becoming big, very, very popular. He's been on fire. Analyst ratings, look at this every morning to check out the upgrades and downgrades. Always good to see. Super easy to read. Adding this, right, you're going to be able to see the Discord alerts. You're going to be able to see the technical chat right in here. Not working yet, but it's in the works. And then the alerts channel right here. This page. So it's all coming together, guys. Earnings. So these are all the tickers that have earnings. Oh, MU has earnings. And Nike, which we looked at. Carnival. Wait, I totally didn't realize MU had earnings. It's not here on. Oh, wait, there it is. So I'm kind of interested on where this is going to go. Will we get dark pool prints soon? Yep, that's actually coming next. So first we're getting next is notifications. So we're going to be putting like a notifications tab up here that you'll be able to. So like, I don't know if you guys have it on your computer, but when I get a notification, it like pops up here and there's like a whole notifications tab, and it like will pop up on the top right of my screen, like an email I get or any notification on any other website. So we're gonna make it so even if you don't have this open on your screen, you'll be able to get like an alert for like a contract. It's basically gonna say like QQQ 420 call. That's next, notifications. And then I could probably show you a picture actually. Let's see. Let's see if I have the picture. Yeah, here it is. So it's going to look something like this. We're taking out some of this stuff, but that's basically what it's going to look like. And it's going to pop up on the computer screen. And then after notifications, we're doing dark pool prints. But I think so. I've used basically every single unusual options activity platform. I used to pay. I used to pay for Trade Alert, which I told you guys about before we had the dashboard, and I paid like $1,000 a month for it because it was like so advanced. It was like directly from CBOE, that exchange, that server. Um, and like I enjoy this platform more. It's just way more simple. It's very easy to read, which I like a lot, especially because we're customizing it to how we like. And C blessed on our traders, so like we know what you guys need. We know what everyone's looking for. So definitely definitely stay tuned. We have a lot more to come. Yeah, Wuji, this is definitely just the beginning also. Like we have way more to implement on here. We have a lot of ideas. So it's only the beginning. Um any last questions, guys? 9 o'clock. KMI $30 play. I don't remember what KMI is. Oh yeah. Blockchain's tied to it. I'll look into it for sure. Yeah. So VXX is like volatility. Um, it's basically like the inverse. Same with the VIX. Right. So when there's a big drop, this is gonna pop up, which is like this was the March drop, right? So the March drop, this went up. No problem, crypto. Um, any last questions, guys? Let me know if you have any last questions. Yeah, definitely try to get some rest this week. Get back to normal. Get my gym sessions back in place. Enhance gonna open market. What do you mean, William? Open my own market? Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. No problem. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Oh, Kinder Morgan. Yeah. All right, guys. On that note, I'm gonna head out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys didn't fall asleep watching me. But I appreciate you all being here. I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.